Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3 with the Peninsula campaign. As Spain, so far it's gone pretty darn nicely, and hopefully that will continue. Last time around we had a battle and took over this town right here. Now I'm thinking this army is gonna go ahead and rout these guys. It's all militia, so should go like it always does. And then we have this army right here ready to march directly on to Madrid. Now, I've already taken the liberty of preparing a little bit here, because you can see that I'm not able to make it all the way up to Madrid. So I went through and I checked what unit is it actually that isn't able to reach Madrid. Now, all the cavalry we can see, so I thought, oh, it's the cannons. Well, the cannons do actually reach right about there. It's the general that actually slows down the army. I mean, if we include the cannons, I'm sure that adds on to it a little bit as well. So to make sure that we're gonna reach it, I'm gonna send these in 2 batches, where the army comes first and the general comes second. And I'm able to lay the siege, and we can even get the guns in there. Now, I mean, there's really no point to fight it, so we demand surrender. And with that, we are back in control of our capital. Wonderful. I wonder if we get any special troops, like Madrid something. I'm sure there is. I think this one. Volunteers of Madrid. Legion something. Otherwise, I think most of these we already have. Although I can't afford any of them right now, so I don't actually know. I'm sure there's a cavalry unit as well. Maybe even a special cannon. Madrid cannon? Maybe? Who knows? We'll see. So that's that done. And, I mean, at this rate, we're crushing the French at such speeds that it should almost be illegal. Right. What I could do, actually, is, before we do the other battle, is just to check. Okay, so they've got 6 ships against my 3. And all mine are frigates. Now, it could be that they have quite a few trade ships, as they're towing away 29 military supply. And I think this note has 10, which could indicate that 3 of them are merchant ship, which wouldn't add much to the battle. But I'd still probably be more comfortable. It's kind of silly how their trade ships is right there, and I'm raiding them this close, but I want to hold off there. It would be unnecessary to lose the fleet. We do have a port here, and it could be nice to add on at least one 64 gun ship to be ready sent down here to completely formalize and give us the advantage we need. With that said, we're gonna take this army and strike these guys. Now, I probably would have wanted these guys to move here, because that's what I'm more interested in fighting. But having these guys behind our back could cause quite a bit of problem, could burn down a few things. I have invested a bit in this province, so I don't want to lose that. So we're gonna take this army, we're gonna march at a brisk pace. It's kind of interesting how fast as well we can move in this campaign, which makes it so that, I mean, at this point, I don't know how, it's less than 10 turns, I think. It's probably more than actually than 10 turns. But I think I've got the majority of the provinces now. Like we've probably got, or at least on par with the French in terms of all the regions we control. Anyways. Shouldn't take too long to destroy this fop and his militia force. Our armies are on the march. You can see the French moving through here. I'm rushing up the artillery to spray them with canister as soon as possible, We do have the 9-pounder back here. Hopefully it's able to hit the enemy. But there is actually a ridge going through here. I should probably bring up the map. So there is a high ground in between the cannon and where our enemies are. So cannonballs are being soaked up by the ridge that goes through here. So I think I'll give them another shot at firing. But after that, it looks like most of the shots are probably gonna just hit our own man. So it's time to hold fire with that. We've got our cavalry coming in from either side at the same time as our troops will be marching up next to and aiding the cannon which have just set up. Gonna get you a little bit on the flank there. Light cavalry is in a position to start moving in. We got 2 blasts of canister going down on the enemy. Seemed kind of unaffected by it. Didn't do much. That is going to change. We get the first shots off from over here, but otherwise their main line is actually firing first on us. Quite high losses among the Irish. However, we will soon return fire, and I'm sure we'll see larger losses. I'm actually gonna break down
our general is under attack.
The reinforcement unit first. Or the reserve unit, I should say. It's a heavy concentration of troops right here. Which canister should hopefully make short work of. As soon as this guy breaks, I'm sure the center will start to fold. Alright, my cavalry went through that militia. And with this unit now breaking... Ooh, the Irish have lost a ton of men here. Not the entire unit is actually firing, so it's time to start turning this up. You can follow the militia unit, the hussars. I want to break the unit to the point where it's not only not going to come back, but it's not going to be viable for maneuvers on the campaign map either. So definitely want to have them destroyed. Why don't we switch to a round shot? Just for funsies. They're down to 32 men. Yet, oh, there we go, finally. We'll turn the hussars around. I thought they were exhausted because it said shattered and exhausted. But that was the enemy, of course. The heavy cavalry is now ready for its charge. Ooh, the cannon shot bouncing through there. This one's about to give way. I'm actually losing surprisingly high amount of troops here. Especially this unit, which has lost almost half. Cannonballs landing right in front of my hussars. This unit's gonna get crushed in seconds. There's no point in telling these to continue firing. Instead, they will be ordered to advance so they don't shoot our own troops. This unit, yeah, go after that one instead. We'll have the heavy cavalry do the rest on this. Go through, damn you, go through. And then the hussars will go charge here. And you will hold right in the flank of this unit. And unleash one hell of a volley before being ordered to charge.
Glorious victory, sir.
Which is being countered by the enemy. However, since the heavy cavalry is coming in from behind, the entire force routs. And the entire army is slowly destroyed. I don't know where the enemy general went. Is he in here in the middle of everything? Or has he already... Oh, he's already been cut down, more or less. Hold your fire. He's already been defeated and is retreating. Oh! I forgot to tell the cannon to hold fire. It's firing after the general though, so the shots, luckily for me, went over the army. The poor French bastards getting cut up by the cavalry. Battle 1. A little bit higher casualties than I thought, 177. And unfortunately 154 of the enemy survive the clash, which I don't really like. In terms of kills, goes down to the cavalry, no surprise. And then we've got Campo Mayor, which I'm not entirely sure, but I'm guessing it's the unit that was stationed in the flank there. We got in close to see them fire at very close range, so it should be that unit, I think. Oh, we even got a battle marker, the Battle of Tarancón. Tarancón? Tarancón. The Corona? How very topical of you. Very good, so we smite them. We got a first battle marker. We took Madrid, which should... where's the quests? They should be here. Maybe it already, like, gone through. I'm sure we'll see it as I end turn, which should be the next thing. I have no money to spend on anything, and there's no more moves to be made. So let's go ahead and end turn, shall we? The French are getting squeezed quite a lot. So I'm wondering where they actually have their force. Because currently they're still terrifying and spectacular, so the power is actually still higher than mine. Now, with the money that I just got in here, we're actually gonna order one of these ships. We might order one more, just because I'm not very good at naval engagement, am I? Do we have, like, something akin to Spanish corvette? I'm not entirely sure. I would like something more, just to... Because if I'm able to overwhelm the French force, I could probably, hopefully, capture the enemy's trade ships and use them myself, and thereby circumventing the fact that we're actually limited to only having 2. With the French also no longer having any ports on their side and probably not building any ships, means that I could take this supply node, and that would give us a lot. Sabotage enemy building. The French have spread across our land like a plague, occupying our cities. Okay, so just sabotage a building. Doesn't matter which one. So we'll get right on that. Where do I have my gorilla men? My gorilla men. So we got one right here. That's actually pretty good because they're building a university here. So that could be sabotaged. And undermining the enemy. Yes, por la libertad. We completed the mission exactly the same time as we got it. That's probably going to be quite expensive for them. Got a little shit army coming in here. Might want to consolidate a little bit in this province. Also, this members club, I'm probably better off building a church. I'm going to build a lot of churches. Otherwise, everything's fine, and this army should be heading to dealing with these. I'm sure they're just sort of consolidating here just because there's such a high or anti-Spanish movement going on there. No, not anti-Spanish. I'm the Spanish. I mean anti-French movement going on. Because I imagine because of the Portuguese that were in here, that is quite high. We do actually have our second guerrilla master on his way to discover. Yeah, they do have quite the concentration of troops. Yeah, it's still a bunch of militia, which is just hampering them. Now, spectacular might very well mean that it is just like a bunch of these shitty troops that they have. I'm gonna put these out here as a ambush. Do I have any other troops that I could push forward? No. Did I decide on building a second ship? I never did. Let's I would want something with a high crew number, but still relatively cheap. Higher than the merchant ship anyways. The merchant has 52. So a successful board, and you know what, let's go for a 108 crew. That sounds fine. I was building some troops here. The French have done small incursions up here. So maybe that's not particularly... Oh, did he move? The gentleman that was there either died or he moved. No, it's because of the church, maybe. Because now anti-French is increasing, which is nice. Good, good, good. Here they're kind of turning rapidly pro-French. But we should be able to turn them here as well. We also have a members club up here. We'll turn that into a church. Member club doesn't turn them anti-French. And that's probably the main cause. Right, we're gonna recruit a lot of troops up here, so I'm actually gonna build maybe even an extra drill school. This shit. Get more of that military supply. Nice. So now we're almost making 4,000. Most of the provinces are happy with the current... Oh, let's see. Management, happy for the lower classes. That could actually be good. Better than you. Because the happiness for nobility is not something that I'm currently looking for. So maybe that even changed. No, it didn't really change across that. Righty then. I think we can make another end turn. And we might come to another battle, or at least I want a bigger picture of better picture of what's going on here. And also the frontiers where we're gonna head to next. And then send the armies where they're needed. Currently, we don't really see anything in here. So I'm thinking this army should actually move this direction. Possibly together with this one. Move up to there. Or maybe just have this one move up. This one move through here. And then that one moving through here, supported by these. Where else do I have concentration of troops? Yes! And then this one, of course. Gonna help go down and help reclaim Portugal for the Portuguese. Which will be nice. And soon enough we'll be able to complete some of these technologies as well, which should be nice. With that said, let's once more end turn. Ooh, very fancy gorilla man indeed. Definitely does not look a gorilla at all. Look at that fellow. He'll be sent through here. Might actually be sent to assassinate this guy and this one. You're not particularly good at assassination, but you might become it in the future. Provocateur. Not really needed in this province, where they're just 5% pro-French. However, they are pretty pro-French. Here they're very pro-French. So we might want to go in and start changing that. So go into that province. Military funding! In recognition of our struggle against the French invader, the British government has contributed a sum of money towards our war chest, thus strengthening our military potential in the peninsula. How much do they give us? Because now I have 8,000. Holy crap. I'm gonna put that to good use. But also here we can see this force is now full stack, heading towards our capital. I'm not so interested anymore in maybe holding... I mean, I have got only a half stack without general. So we're gonna pull down back to the bridge. We're gonna get the 2 9-pounders to join in. So now we've got plenty of cannons. And I might want to have even some more troops. Another grenadier. At the same time, I actually want to get troops out into the provinces. Like, I want... Because we do... Oh, we can't recruit here. And we can't recruit here. And we can't recruit here. Neither here, but here we can. So I'm thinking, like these. Rebel civilis. Or whatever. Stuff like that. And the Infanteria Provincial. And Populous Militia. Apparently there were 43 regiments of that during the war. And these could just be able to hold it down and deter these shit units from marching around. And would hopefully free up this force. They're gonna get the cannons pretty soon. So free them up. We can get them going north. This force. I want to see what they have here. But first, I guess we want to see what's going on here. Now, I want to see what this one's doing first. Because this one's the one of the few provinces that is pro-French. And they've got no troops to guard it at all. Which actually means that I could just push through and take it. With this force. At the same time, this one could push all the way up here. But I kind of want to know what they've got here. Let's move kind of halfway. Now they do have supply depot, which I could attack. But I think it might be better to have that intact. So let's move to the bridge. I could actually attack here. And it's definitely just an out-resolve. This is going way too easy, isn't it? But yeah, I probably should have tried to do this campaign as a... Now the French are kind of locked in there. I've surrounded them in this province. There's still a mighty force around here, but they're locked in there. There's nothing really coming to put any pressure on us here. Since it's going so easy, we might as well not drag it out. So I'm going to just push through. Get this force up here. Take the only pro-French province. Demand surrender. And now that one falls to me as well. It's still going to be pro-French for a while. But we should be able to hold that. So at this point, the enemy is holding 12 provinces. It doesn't really say what I hold, but if I go over to here, it should actually say, right? Somewhere. How many I hold? Maybe. Maybe not. It does not actually, but we can count here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So yeah, I have the advantage now in provinces. We should get priest over into here, and then you might actually want to cross into this one. Oh, and oh, great! The province or the university I burnt down with my guerrilla attack. Donkey Kong came in and threw some barrels around, and all the intellectuals ran away. And the French gonna pay a lot to repair that. Actually, it wasn't that bad. 375. I guess he didn't throw enough barrels around. Great. I mean, soon enough, the French gonna have nothing but their home provinces. I'm not sure what we're gonna make of this. Since it's going so fast. I mean, I just checked when I was saved before the battle. this is turn 9, so I haven't even done 10 turns, and it looks like we're gonna win this. So it's going a little bit too easy. So what I could see about doing is maybe we could do this as a versus campaign if I could get one of my friends to be up for that, because I think that would be more interesting to play it like that. Definitely, even if possibly it could be easier, just because maybe not compatible, just to do it in vanilla Napoleon then for the Peninsula campaign. But yeah, it's something a little bit more challenging, because right now, I mean, we're running through this campaign. If we're gonna hit, I'll have to drag it out to hit turn 20 before I've actually won. It's going way too fast. Maybe it's more done so that you are supposed to play as the French. That might be more difficult. In case the British actually do commence their troops against you, and you know, might even be even easier just to crush the Spanish almost immediately. Same with the Portuguese. British might be a little bit harder, but yeah. Anyways, now I'm dragging out this episode by talking a load of nonsense. Not all of it, but some of it definitely. Right, you know what? We've done plenty enough today, so I'll say as I always say. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!